Hey, what's going on, No Nation? It's CJ Wilson. Another episode of Doak Talk. Got a special edition of Behind Enemy Lines. Got my brother, Larion Bean,
Yeah.
co-host of 26 Degrees and a former co-host of the Roll Up Network with me. Before we get started to that, go ahead and jump into this ad read. Dope Talk is brought to you by Dash5, the modern charge card for digital ad spend. Dash5 is a business-to-business corporate expense card program that gives you the highest cash back on the market, starting at 3%. Most people give you that 1.5, man. Dash5 will double that at 3%. If you're not getting your cash back, excuse me, if you're not getting your cash back for your business-to-business purchases, then what the hell are you doing, right? Apply for the Dash5 MasterCard today. Larry, what's good, my brother?
Good, man. Everything's love, man. Good to be back. Good to holler at you. It's been a little bit. I mean, we do talk a little bit behind the scenes. Um, but yeah, we ain't talked no ball in a minute, man. So it's good to be
All
here,
right,
bro.
man. It's good to hear from you, though. Like I said, we ain't talking no ball in a minute. Get to catch up a little bit about these Miami Hurricanes. See if we still lying by crystal ball and stuff like that. Um, and we'll go from there, man. But how the move to Florida been treating? I know you recently moved to Florida, man. How you enjoying it?
Yeah, I just hit a year. Um, like last month, a little bit of first of last month. It's good, man. It's home to me now. Like I'm pretty settled in. I don't see me going nowhere. Um, my girl should be moving here. So yeah, it's home now, man. The King of Melbourne. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Prince
My
of
dog,
Palm Bay.
right. My dog
Everything.
took over the city, man.
Yeah. Y'all come check in, man. If y'all want to do anything around here, make sure everything cool, copacetic. I keep the meth heads off you. You know what I mean?
Right. There's plenty of those down though. All right, man. Let's go ahead and jump into it and talk about these Miami Hurricanes a little bit, bro. So it's year two of Mario Cristobal, man. What's your take so far within year two of the tenure? You guys seem what, you 6-3 right now?
6-3. It's so hard to judge because I had us at 8-4. The disappointing thing was uh obviously the Georgia Tech loss. That was a giveaway, right? And it's like, damn, bro, you can't give away a W like that, right? So
Right.
that was terrible. That's a terrible way to start off. Um, and now for us to hit that 8-4, we got to finish up uh 3-1, and that's gonna be a tough. That's a tough slate. Tough slate. Now you put yourself in a bit of a bad position. All in all, I'm not upset with Mario though. Um, you know, I still think he's got things in general the right direction. Um, Definitely not ready to get rid of him. We got another problem on the team. I wouldn't necessarily point to Mario as our issue. So uh, I'm still riding. I'm still locked in. You know what I'm saying? Still memed up. Scarface,
Right.
Scarface sitting at the table with the cigar, whatnot.
All right, now, bro. I told you now. After this one, who gonna be on the? Who y'all gonna put on Scarface face next, man?
And
Who gonna be the
with
next Tony Montana?
that contract, bro.
See, that's what I was telling Kwame, man. You know how Kwame get, man. Kwame down right now, so me and Kwame man talking to the side, man. He's saying, man, I don't know if he gonna make it this, that, and that after year three gonna be going. I'm like, man, listen. Even if y'all do struggle in year three, bro, y'all got a lot to eat, lot to chew with that contract, bro, a lot.
Bro,
And then you asking a lot also to not only you paying that damn buyout, you got to pay another motherfucker top dollar too to come on. And I told him I don't know if because y'all made a lot of moves to make Mario shake, so I don't know if y'all could build to do that, do something like that back to back, and continue to pay somebody a healthy contract.
absolutely. Like, yeah, shout out to Kwame. Kwame tripping. There's no way Cristobal going before year 6. That's just what it is. You might well buckle in and sit tight anyways. So, like, to have any idea that he would be out of here sooner than that is silly. And, I saw you tweet out the other day about, like, oh, now everybody want to be like, oh, well, look how long it took Norvell.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Well,
And but you can't, you know exactly what I went through them first 3 years
I
and
know
how
exactly
motherfuckers.
right. I know exactly.
But you was one of the few though who was like, give it time, this,
Give
that,
it
and that.
time, right? So
Yeah.
that's how I'm looking at it. The media told y'all, "Oh, Mario was a quick fix, instant repair.
Hmm.
Everything will be done in year." No, 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 no. He didn't say that, and I didn't say that. So I'm sitting comfortable in. Give him some time. Give him some more time. Continue to improve this roster, uh, and just continue to root out the culture and install a new one. That stuff don't just take place like overnight. It takes a little while. So,
Right.
you know, I really do believe it is a process. And we're not far off my prediction. If you ask me now, I'm gonna probably say 7-5, which is still an improvement, but 8-4 would have been a lot better.
Yeah. I could see 75. But hell, and it's crazy because and Kwame's kind of down right now, but he even told me in all season, hell, he thinks 75 would be an improvement. 2 game improvement. I mean, a 2 game improvement is progress. You know, I tell people all the time because they was talking about the 4, well, I guess the 5 game jump that Mike had, but I was telling you guys pre-show we jumped 3 games and went 8. You know, last year, you know, I would have been happy
Right.
with that season's progress. But I guess I get, you know, losing to Georgia Tech and things like that isn't, you know, it isn't good. But at the same time, you look at it. If you look at 8-4, 75, you know, record, you still have something to sell. Now, it's another conversation on kind of chapter 2. Did we get into some individual play? But I guess we can talk about now the quarterback situation with TVD.
Mm-hmm.
What's your take on the quarterback situation and how he's been playing as of late?
Horrible. And you know, that's the thing is like what I was gonna add, what I was gonna say real quick before we transition is I'd like to hear a true criticism of the coach. You know, the Georgia Tech, really bad decision. Outside of
Mm-hmm.
that, how has he been bad as a coach by and large? I don't think you can find a lot. Now we go to TBD. We've seen horrendous play, just absolutely horrendous decision making, um, holding the football way too long. I'm like, man, there's something, there's something there, bro. You got to let the ball rip. And I don't know. It's like he's regressed. And you know, people go, "Oh, third coordinator." I'm like, we wasn't talking that at the beginning of the season, man. So I really don't
Nope.
want to hear that now. I really think it's an individual thing with him. I don't think the offense is too complicated. It's an individual thing, and that would be my biggest concern. Is I'm not sure where that quarterback room is in general.
And that's
Um,
another thing too, yeah, because hell, even TVD leave this year. I know people are kind of high on the true freshman, but I mean, I think we talked about it before. I think Emory could be kind of good, but at the same damn time, it wasn't nothing special against Clemson. I mean, I think he
no,
had like less than 200 yards. He just managed the game and didn't turn the ball over for the most
that
part.
was all they asked him to do because they
Yeah,
knew how bad Clemson's offense was. So it was
yeah,
like,
it was
look,
terrible.
yeah, just do a little bit, and the defense has been, you know, playing at a level that should hold us in games. And so, you know, every quarterback's a game manager to an extent, but it also helps to have a playmaker. He wasn't allowed that opportunity. And then you got people thinking, oh, just start him against Florida State. Come on, dog.
Bro,
Come
like,
on, dog.
I laugh at those people. How fucking stupid can you be? Like, just to start him, like you feed him to the wolves. So first of all, you know this environment's going to be crazy, right? Biggest environment of the season by far. The game he played in was a home game atmosphere. It's a rivalry game, and our offense isn't like Clemson offense. We're going to score
Yeah,
some damn points. That's just what we
yeah.
do. So
Fact.
so you're going to be kind of pushing a little, pressing a little bit on offense to try to, you know, to keep up a little bit, so to speak. And then, you know, our defensive ends will kind of pin their ears back. Granted, the offensive line is good. I think it's just a lot of moving factors for a true freshman, especially in that situation. Now, if you go move along with them, they shot my guy D-Rob, man. My boys Larion and CJ back at it with the real. Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah.
But no, so if you go move on with a true freshman, hell, it should have been after that damn Clemson game if you're going to actually make that move.
Right. So that by the time we get to Florida State,
Right.
okay, he's got some real live action. I'm like, man, y'all know TVD starting. Everybody like, well, they ain't made a decision. I'm like, bruh,
Nah, you know he's
stop
starting.
lying to yourself. There's
Yeah.
nobody else to roll out there. Uh, you know, I don't get the whole Jakari wanting the red shirt thing all
Yeah, so what's the
year.
what's the news on what's the word on that in regards to? I hear some fans saying, "No, shit, just less than 4 games. He ready now, throw him out there." Like it, which I've
Again,
seen
it's
it
just
done before, but like it don't work like that. It really don't work like
again, it's just not the game to start with.
that. Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like this just ain't the one. Uh, maybe, possibly if we were at home. But even then, I still would be like, nah, you got to just hope we can get some TVD back that way he was playing. Uh, that's just your best hope in this game. Anybody else is going to be fooled, I believe. Jakari, even with his running ability, uh, you guys would be like, okay, well, show us you could throw.
Yeah, kind of
You
the same
would make them
situation
throw
we did
it,
last year.
right? It would, and so it's not. I don't believe that be an improvement in this type of situation. It's not time for him to go prove he could toss the ball around, and be 28 for 35 or 40. That's just not the game for this. So,
Right.
uh, I just that would be my biggest criticism. Is I do think we got to improve the room in general. We need a star talent at quarterback. Not we need developmental guys. Emory is a guy that I think could be good, but Emory should be uh, 2 more years
Development.
away.
Right,
2 more years
right.
away before we even talking about him. So that would be my biggest thing. Let's see if we can get in like a guy.
But see how they attacked it because you had the chance with Nolan, then you end up going with what it was, Air Judd or whatever. I know 2025, if things like that. I guess with the transfer report, I guess how do you, in your opinion, I guess what would be your plan of attack to get somebody in like that? Because I agree with you. Shit, you only nowadays you only as good as a quarterback as take you. Real quick, man, play my theme music.
I said, are you strong? They said, I'm strong if you strong. And I said, we strong then.
Hey, appreciate you, Frank, man, for the donation, man, the super chat. Shout out to CJ and Larion. Good to see them doing things again. Larion, are you coming to the tailgate? Are you ready for this beatdown? Go Nose. Don't forget to like and share. Yeah, appreciate it, Frank, man. This video and share. Yeah, Frank, man, he ain't coming, man. I tried to talk to him to see if he's gonna pull up, man. He ain't coming.
It's get your girl back season, man.
Right.
And it couldn't come at a better time, to be honest with you, because my original plans was actually to try to come see that game, and then my Niners playing the Jags Sunday.
Mm.
I was gonna try to have a football crazy weekend.
Oh, that'd have been real dope.
Oh yeah, that would have been insane. But yeah, baby girl changed all that, so it was like, oh well, I'll be in Savannah. Um, I'll be chilling. Am I ready for this beatdown? Hmm. I put it this way: nothing would surprise me. If we get cooked, it wouldn't surprise me. You need a balanced team, man. And right now we're totally unbalanced. You got two phases of the game playing really good ball, and one phase is completely discombobulated. So yeah, I would like to go out there. Y'all know I can come out there and hang with y'all, man. And take the harassment. It would be fun. But
Oh yeah, man. My dog good in these Tally streets.
bigger game at play right now. Bigger game at play right now.
Oh yeah, man. Like I said, it's always get your girl back season. That shit year round. Year
Never
round.
stops.
All right, let's move on to the running back room. I actually like the true freshman in Fletcher. He's been running pretty tough, doing some good things. I think he could be a damn good back in the future. To speak about the running back room and the run game, even the offensive line. You talked about it kind of preseason. The offensive line has been much improved as well. You got some key pieces, a couple transfers, and then you got a mix of some young guys as well. That's going to be pretty good in the future.
Yeah. Oh, you know what you was asking me too? Let's double back real quick. The quarterback situation, what I would do going into
Oh yeah,
next year.
moving forward. Yeah,
Yeah, I
just to get
think
that elite guy in.
you got to get you a guy next year in the transfer portal, I believe. I think bottom line, I'm telling TVD we moving on regardless. Um, if he'd like to explore another opportunity, be a good time to do so. We gave you all year to see what you got. I don't think there's going to be some magical turnaround where he recaptures what it is. I think it's all upstairs, and I don't know if he could get it back um, in time. So yeah, you go and you try to get a Sam Hartman, um, a guy who's been around the game for a lot, played a lot of football, uh, and that just can execute your offense for you. So there's a lot of talk about the Tulane quarterback. Wouldn't be terribly upset at that. At least it makes sense. But yeah, it's got to be. got to be a guy like that. I like Duke's quarterback if he doesn't decide to just go pro. Uh, try those type situations because you do need a veteran uh, to at least compete and not just make it. All right, well, we got TVD again. We kind of know what that is. Emory wasn't supposed to be out the oven just yet, and Jakari is. He's a question mark because we heard all these good things about him in spring. Then we finally get to see him play in spring, and he looked terrible. But all we heard was, I'm telling you, that was a bad game. He's still the guy. That's very risky going into next year. So, yeah, get you a veteran, and at least you get you a veteran quarterback that was playing decent ball this year. I don't believe we lost but a game at this point. I think UNC might have been the only game we could have probably lost still. Uh, but every game that we did lose, Tyler Van Dyke has played god awful. So when you get to the
Hell,
running back,
even going to the NC State game, the opposite quarterback, he wasn't good at all either. Hell, you guys had plenty of chance to actually go
plenty
and
of
win that
chances.
game.
But how much can you ask your defense, right?
Nah, you're right.
I
Yeah.
mean, somebody got to step up. And the offense, just the guy cannot get this offense moving. Same 3-3-5 defense he cooked a few years ago. Like, right, he already done his thing with him. It's like I said, it's all between the ears. So, running back wise, man, we so much improved. Like, no more. I know we could be successful from Fletcher to AJ Allen to Don Chaney to Henry Parrish. At any given time, I'm comfortable with any of these guys running the football. Uh, I wouldn't say that last year. So much improved in that situation. And tying in the O line, you got one of the statistically better O lines in the nation. So again, what more could you ask for? Mirabal get to keep his limbs. Although, in all fairness, he should have chopped them off last year. In all fairness, they should be gone.
Right, I remember that.
but he didn't hold up to his word. But now it's good, so I give him a little grace.
What's your opinions on Dawson as a play caller? Because as an OC, you got to try to help your quarterback as best as possible. You think he's doing a good job of making adjustments, and also even with him making adjustments, if he's tried to make adjustments, do you think because this has been the word with Mario before in the past too? Do you think he's been meddling a little bit in regards to the I guess the dynamic of the offense?
Oh, my bad, I was muted. Of course, I think you can always ask for more creativity. I hear everybody else would get Bashard the ball. I agree. I think he's just probably our most explosive player in general. And then it's funny because you watch an NC State who doesn't have a great offense, right, at all, and they got this freshman kid, Concepcion,
He
and
getting the ball
again,
in different ways.
he's just an explosive guy. So they figure out ways to get him the football, and I'm like, hey, coach, you're learning. You know this roster by now. A couple of weeks ago, you said you were still figuring it out. I'm like, man, we
Nah,
halfway
man,
through the
it's at some
season.
point in the season. Yeah, you know who
Yeah,
the guys
like
are, who
what?
the playmakers are. Yeah.
Right. So I do agree that that's one thing I've never seen us or haven't seen us do in a very, very long time is force feed a guy. We line Bashard up in the backfield too and hand it all to him as running back. That 80-yard touchdown that he dropped, which he fumbled and didn't get credited. That was out of the backfield. So the kid is an absolute weapon. And I think the last 2 or 3 games he's had 4 or 5 touches. You got to figure out ways to just say, hey, this is a guy that can make us plays. Let's just force him X amount of plays every game and see. It would work, I believe, period. We know they're giving the ball to Concepcion. The kid's just explosive. He's going to get some plays off. You got to live with that as the other team. And we're not doing that. And that bothers me from a stubbornness standpoint, of just being like, all right, let's just do this, period. 10 plays, 12 plays, where it's Bashar's football. Just see what he can do. So I do think helping your quarterback, sure, you got to figure out those ways. And part of that is just force feeding the guy. I don't think Shannon's a bad OC, but there's room for improvement for sure.
Let's talk about the receivers a little bit. We spoke about Smith, his explosiveness. You got some other guys too. Of course, you got Espresso. That boy been getting force fed this year. Man, Espresso been getting all the touches. I think he been doing a good job this year. I could drop the name Espresso now, but he been doing his thing, man. I can't even lie. He been making a lot of plays.
Yeah, I mean, well, this year he was able to stay healthier, so that helps. Good possession guy, but
And you got some length on the outside as well. Pause.
Right. Right. You got Kobe Young, big guy, physical guy. I think he's playing more into his body, as a 6'3", 6'4" type guy. He's willing to go pluck the ball. I think he should get a few more opportunities as well on the outside of just some 50-50s. Just toss it up, let him see what he could do. He's getting better at coming down with those plays. Still not, I don't think, where you would like him to be, but I can see him continue to grow in that role and be that kind of guy. And then, Jacoby has been just solid guy, good yak guy, good at making plays in the open field once he gets the opportunity to catch the ball downfield. And, I think year over year, that room is I would damn near say a 180 improvement. Just I want to credit Coach Beard for that as well. I want to give him his flowers as well for getting that group to just play in, because it's mostly the same players, right? We're not talking about a new group, really.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't a good room last year. We being real,
Right? And then now all of a sudden it's like it's a pretty damn good room, and who's new? Nobody really. And so just credit to him getting that room to step up another level and tap into their full potential. Kobe George was a guy I've always been high on. And this year, I think he's finally playing to the level of football I thought he could. Don't even ask me about no tight ends.
Right, them boys ain't getting no damn touches, man. What's my kid name from Skinner, man? God damn.
Yeah. Hey, you want to see me fuss every week? Go to my group chat and ask me, where are my tight ends, man?
It's crazy, man, because on paper you would think y'all had talent. You know what? I don't. You probably know a little bit more than me, but Skinner was a highly recruited kid that pretty much all three of our schools are after, and a bunch of others. Dynamic playmaker, but he hasn't really gotten opportunities.
Yeah, Skinner has.
And of course, you got a 30-year-old too, man. Y'all make all the damn jokes by my team,
oh
my quarterback.
God.
Y'all got a 35-year-old out there, damn tight end playing football.
Well, he's a tackle.
Okay, the blocking guy, right?
Yeah, every time he goes in, he has to report as an eligible receiver.
Man, that's terrible.
Just so they know. He got like 7 catches for 8 yards, something like that. But
big time playmaker.
But yeah, Skinner's been. I think he's done a little bit with an injury. That's been one thing with him. Then we had Arroyo, who, in general, we were really excited about, but he's dealing with an injury. He comes back in and gets injured. I'm like, man. And then Riley Williams, he's been out there. We're just not looking to move the ball to the tight end at this point. I'm very confused by that. I'm very frustrated by that. So
yeah,
that
I know you got some blue chip kids that's kind of committed to. That's gonna be tough to kind of sell and keep those guys in the fold. I'm not sure.
Right. I'm like, how are you going to sell this?
Yeah, I agree.
The Elijah Lofton kid is a weapon, much like Bashard is. Like, this kid is really explosive. He's called a tight end because he's a little too big for a wide receiver. But he's a little tall for a running back. But I've seen his highlights, and you continue to watch this guy. He is explosive. He is not Brevin Jordan. Played the same school, wears the same number, and that's no shot at Brevin, but he's way more athletic. And I'm like, bro, how are you going to sell this kid? We got you. Don't worry. I'm that worries me, and I know he's out looking around a little bit. But my sources tell me he's pretty solid, so not too concerned there.
We'll see how I play out. Play my theme music. Hard asleep.
He do look frozen.
I saw a wide ass open hole and I just hit that bitch.
Frank, appreciate you. What would it take to get a fun wager between Larion and CJ? Loser get to wear winning team jersey on the next live. Thoughts? We got to figure out my brother's schedule a little bit. Well, we'll talk it out a little bit. We may do, what you think though? A friendly wager between what? What you think if you want to do one?
I'll do it. It's gotta be a t-shirt though.
Okay, yeah, t-shirt.
Yeah, a jersey, bro. I'm not, 130 just to be like y'all lost.
Right.
I'd rather just give you the money because I'm not gonna wear it no more.
Right. That's gonna be a waste of time. Just give me the damn jersey after the
I just get you the jersey. But
I'll
do a t-shirt
for sure.
I'll do a t-shirt, man.
Yeah, we can do that.
$20, $30. Yeah, we can do that.
KP, man, play my theme music.
We ain't leaving without a victory. We ain't leaving without a victory.
He shout out my boy KP for the donation. Said, Larion, I'm gonna send you a tiny FSU hat when we win tomorrow.
Oh man, I appreciate that. I'll put that thing around the chain. You know what I'm saying? Have it like a trophy. I like, yeah, do that. Do that. That's real. Yeah. Shout out to Emory, whatever. I am excited to see my boy Fabo one last time. One more game.
That's right.
Let ride.
I remember the Fabo talk. Yeah, my dog.
Yes, sir.
Hey, that's hilarious, dog.
Yes, sir. Ski.
Right. All right, let's move over to the defense a little bit, man. Talk about your defense. It's been pretty improved. This is my honest take on defense, and I'll let I get your take on it. I know people talk about how great the defense is, things like that. I'm not exactly sure if it's great because I think the only good offense y'all played was UNC, and UNC was able to move the ball a little bit. I do think it's a physical and aggressive defense, very physical, very aggressive, very good defensive line. Secondary playmakers on the back end. Cam Kitchen's probably the best safety in the country, in my opinion. James Williams, I think he's a little bit of an enforcer. But yeah, I think it's a physical defense, but I think it can be – I don't think you guys are a disciplined defense. I think your physicality can get you caught slipping a little bit. I think you can be schemed up a little bit. But go ahead. Give me your takes on the defense. I guess starting with the defensive line.
First shout out to my favorite, my little baby boy out there, baby boy Bane.
Hurricane, man. Hey, bro, it's crazy, bro. We was, even though we kind of knew he was a damn lot to Miami, I do understand why Florida State did what they did to the end and pushed for him to the end because that boy a playmaker, man.
Oh, I get it now. And we saw him, at the high school level. Obviously, he was an absolute monster, setting all sorts of records. And I knew some of that had to transfer because he's playing high-level football. So it's not like he's, playing chumps out there. And he was still racking up numbers. So, obviously something had to be said for that. It's proven to be real right here on the field already. As a freshman, as a bit of an undersized guy, as far as he's not a 6'5" type
he really
unit.
remind me, and they went to the same fucking high school. And I was saying this then, he really remind me of Kiera Thomas, just a higher grade of Kiera Thomas, rather. But they're similar players in stature and things like that.
Yeah, and he just, he gets out there and he wrecks shop. And then we've been pretty deep across the line because we lost Najee Kelly, Mesidor, who was a big player for us last year. he's been out. But I don't feel like there's been a great fall off in the front. My go-kart package worked out pretty well for us.
Right. Well, the 235, man, the boys been beefed up a little
Hey,
bit.
you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Branson Dean. He's been a good player for us. He's still continuing to be that, disruptor of the middle. I think that D-line has just amount of depth. You got LT's playing good ball as well. And I think we're just sitting at enough depth where we can keep it rotated, fresh, and keep that attacking style like you were talking about. And then, one of our big questions was, how are we going to do against the run? And we've done a damn good job this year.
Yeah, I agree.
Done a good job funneling things in and get you back to the next level of the defensive linebackers. Maui Noah has been a real solid player for us. Shows some star potential. I still think his game could continue to take
What
another
years? I
step.
know he's a transfer. Does he have any more years left for?
I believe he still got 2.
Okay,
I believe he still has
player.
2 left. So, that there's a guy there who's improved. We brought in the transfer KJ Cloyd, who is really athletic himself. He was playing a little freestylish at whiles at times early, but he seems to settle back in, allowing us a good veteran presence out there. And the younger guys get to come in and contribute, like you were saying. And shout out to Corey Flagg, an older guy who, been criticized a lot because of his limitations, but you can't knock anything about Corey's play. I think his play has gotten even better as well. So we got a good 4-man rotation there. That's been playing really good football. And then, you may get a peep here or there, the young guys, but for the most part, the young guys haven't got a lot of action. Partially because, we haven't taken over games like we should in some of these situations. But all in all, happy with the linebacker play. Safeties, of course, I'm really got to get into it too much with those guys. The fear there is depth. We don't have a lot of depth there at all. And then you look at our cornerbacks. That's the most surprising group of them all. Nobody's particularly locked down, but you got some real capable guys. And credit to the D-line for playing defense forever. But you got some sound tacklers and guys that can, be in position at least to reroute things and perhaps make plays on the ball when chances are there.
All right, my brother. So let's go ahead and jump to how do you think the Hurricanes stack up against FSU? What do you think are some of the keys to victory for the Hurricanes? What they, some things they have to do in order to be successful, some things that cannot absolutely happen for, for the snowball or some, things like that.
Well,
I know it's kind of obvious with TVD, right?
yeah, clearly get some decent quarterback play. But decent ain't gonna be good enough, I don't think. Because like you said, you guys are gonna score. I think I watched about 4 FSU games this year, maybe 5. I watched the Pitt game last week, and I left impressed. I know people go, that's all they put up. I said, bro, this team is doing so well. They set 2 monsters.
Yeah.
They said I'm like, those guys look like they could play today. I think they just was like, nah, we good.
Yeah.
We good. Let's test the depth. And if it got bad enough, I think 3rd quarter they might have put a jersey on. But I just didn't think it was gonna go that way. And it was good to see Jordan Travis fight through that and say, all right, I don't have my guys, but I've still got guys. Let's see what we can do. And I thought y'all did a good job scheming some stuff up and using all these other weapons out here now. I was impressed with that. So in order to make this a game, we got to have we've got to have some good quarterback play. We'll have to rely on the running game as we have, and I don't know, man. I think we got to throw a new wrinkle out there, and I don't know if my OC's he don't seem to be that guy. that's like, I got a little something on my sleeve right now that he could pull out and be like, all right, I got you. So, the defense, I think, will give us our chances. I would say we need to get a turnover or two. Definitely. Short field. We would need to knock a ball loose, perhaps pick Travis off. We're going to need a couple of big plays on defense. And, traditionally, this is a hard-hitting game. Um, we had a couple of anomalies last year where y'all just mopped us up. A few years before that, where we just kind of mopped y'all up. Typically, this game is hard hitting, physical, and close. That's usually how this game goes. So we got to hope everybody give everything they got, turn the ball over a couple of times, and TVD just finds himself zoned out. Just find himself locked in, playing a different level of football than he has in the last 4 or 5 games.
All right, play my thing. I see hard about. Play my theme music.
We got the best running back in the whole damn league, and we got a quarterback that's gonna toss that thing.
Shout out to my dog Ant, man, friend of the show, man, friend of the show from even back then with the roll up. So what's up, Larion? You the only fan I'm sad with. I'm sorry, you the only fan I'm sad we're about to smack around tonight. Go knows. Tomorrow night. Second donation. My bad, and I'm tripping a little bit this morning. And appreciate the hospitality you showed us when we came to New Orleans, man. And even
absolutely, man. Real one.
Show love.
I
The
never
real
felt like
through.
Man, I felt like VIP, man. Man brought us in his spot and treated us with nothing but love. Always been a positive, supportive brother, man. It's good to see you, man. Yeah,
man. Even
don't
in
feel
November,
bad for me, man.
Show us some love, but go ahead, bro.
Don't feel bad, man. We're gonna smack back. We're gonna smack back. We're gonna get our lick back. I'm gonna tell you that much. It's gonna be some hits. I can't wait to see these hits, man. These are always some of the greatest highlights in college football is Florida State, Miami. From, hell, you get Amari Richards crackback block that just looked disgusting. So, that's just what happens in these games, man. Cannot wait to see this game. Regardless, I don't think it'll be a blowout again. That's just not how this game goes. It's rare, at least. It's rare. I don't think we're
Right, but with your quarterback, the offense is just so damn anemic. Like you said, he have to show me something different. Get a little jump spot, maybe a little bit of TVD old, not probably necessarily old as how he was just slinging it doing that first when he came out and took the country by storm, but just enough, to give you guys a chance. Play my theme music.
You need to start early.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm rich, bitch.
I appreciate it, Fred, for the donation. I don't know if you got a question or not, but appreciate the donation.
Yeah, that's the one thing TVD has never really been good at. If you look, when he started to play well, he's a slow starter. I can't have him just going out there 3 and out. Then we force y'all to a 3 and out, 3 and out. Then we force y'all to a 3 and out. All right, 3 and out. Y'all score. No answer. Like, can't happen. We got to be able to answer back. I think we'll get demoralized quick if you guys jump up 14-0. I think game will be over. I just don't know if I think it. People go back. Oh, look at A&M. That was very, very early in the season. You fought back, and you came back and won that game. Well, we're trending.
Norvell, a different type of coach than Jimbo.
Oh, yeah. And I'm just speaking on.
No, I get it too. Yeah.
Yeah. You had, because it was early. Okay. I mean, all right, they hit us in the mouth. It's early, but we've been trending down. Yeah. So to go damn again.
Here we go again. Yeah.
Here we go again. Yeah. I don't think that'll bode well. Gonna have to get out there and compete early, keep it tight, and that'll give us our chance.
All right, before we get to the score prediction, give me your all-time favorite Like I said, we talk about this all the time. This is one of the most historic rivalries in the country. Most of these games are typically close. A lot of shit has been on the line, not as of late, but a lot of shit has been on the line. Even though it hasn't been, the stakes has been as high as of late. There's still been some big time games and some key moments within these games. So give me your all-time favorite FSU Miami moment.
Oh man, I'll go more recent. because I can already hear the jokes if I start telling y'all about Vince Wilfork baptizing that boy.
My God damn, but
That's still
the
one of my
VHSs, baby.
that's still one of my favorites though. Damn, but I'm drawing a blank on my man name, the defensive tackle for us that was playing that was Jordan Travis, right? Playing his leg like the guitar.
No, that was Blackman, James Blackman.
Blackman.
Yeah, wasn't that Norton?
Norton. I kept
Mm-hmm.
wanting to say McIntosh. I kept saying
Mm-hmm.
McIntosh. Like, nah, it's not right. He wasn't McIntosh, but yeah, Norton playing the
That boy
guitar, man. That's
Blackman skinny as hell as it is, man.
right.
He like a damn chicken wing. Just
instant gift. I was like, oh, we need this. That was just like the one to have for years to come. I was like, thank you, son. We can always rely on this one. So,
and also I think that was the game you guys broke the streak as well too.
I believe so, man.
Yeah, that was Blackman's true freshman year, and that's when I forget the receiver name, and then of course your boy I forgot the quarterback name too. We had him on number 12.
Malik Rozier.
Yeah, Malik drove down with the game
He
with a
hit
touchdown.
Langham. Hit Langham at the end.
Yeah, so that was a key moment for me, man. I always talk about, and you was at this game. I think it was the 2004. It was like 10-7 or some shit like that. That's how that atmosphere was. But to be honest with you, man, like, and it's recent, but that 4th and 14, being the Doak Campbell Stadium for that moment, Brian, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. We was on the roll up at that time and things like that, man. That shit was crazy, man. It was a key moment for us. I think for Trav too. 'Cause I think Trav, before then the question was, can he throw the ball, push it downfield, and things like that.
Right.
I think that was a growing up moment for Trav. He kind of grew up before our eyes, and that 4th and 14 for me was probably one of the bigger moments in the rivalry. Even though it didn't really mean anything in the grand scheme, as far as we were terrible. We were 3-6 at that time and all that type of deal. But just from a moment standpoint and a play standpoint, that 4th and 14 was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, when because people always they'll talk. It's so funny to me. We get outside fans that just want to be a part of this, no matter what.
Right.
All over there talking about who gonna win. Hey, it's a rivalry, bro. Sit down. This ain't got nothing to do with you. This brothers clashing. So it doesn't matter what the records are and who's good. If we both suck or one of us good and the other one suck, this game can mean a lot to your season.
Mm-hmm.
Because, y'all are clearly having a better season. You're playoff bound as it is. You're already in the ACC title game. But if we could just knock y'all out of that playoff talk a little bit, oh man, season feels so much better.
And then there's so much, like you said, there's so much that rides on. Say if y'all win, that's a lot of shit Mario can sell. And it goes from the 24 class, 25 class, 26, like it's a trickle down effect to multiple damn classes of how important this damn game is for like a bragging rights and recruiting rights perspective. Make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and get into the score predictions. I guess I get mine off first. I just don't think. I think FSU off. I think it'll be kind of close early. It'll be kind of similar like the Duke game and things like that. It'll be close earlier, rivalry game. FSU trying to feel things out offensively. Then I think it kind of, they handle business and move forward a little bit and kind of get things out of hand. So I'm going to go 38-13 FSU. 38-13 FSU. Larion, you back with us?
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Score prediction. My brain's telling me I just don't know if this offense gonna get this thing turned around. I think TVD is in a bad place mentally. I think he throws a pick early to get the stadium going. I wouldn't be surprised to see if he plays money against us on this game. So y'all be looking for all Van Dyke accounts. Look at all Van Dyke accounts. we may have an investigation here.
Right.
The fan base seriously some people think he's seriously shaving points.
I don't know what it is, man, because but reading damn zone covers like Chinese arithmetic for that boy, man.
Boy, it's killing, man.
That boy cannot read his own coverages for nothing.
And but in my heart of hearts, man, I'm Kane. I can never predict the loss to Florida
I've always
State.
said that.
I
I've
can't
always
do
said that.
that. Yeah. Maybe if you catch me off here, I did. Maybe. But on air, I can't do it, man. I'm gonna give it 17. No. It ain't gonna be enough. It ain't gonna be enough.
Yeah, definitely gonna be enough.
Give me 31-27 Miami. 31-27 Miami.
31-27 Miami.
Yeah, in an
I don't know
old
how the hell
fashioned
Miami gonna
Florida
throw
State
score
Miami
31
game.
points, but 31-27.
Yeah, man, let's get it, man.
Shout
Shout
out my
out
boy
to
D-Rob. D-Rob in the comments said 30. Nah, go ahead. I was gonna say shout out D-Rob. He said 31-30 Miami wins. FSU kicker goes wide left.
yes, sir. Let's go. I like it. Either that or Andy comes in and nails a 53-yarder just to put us over the top.
That I can see that now. Y'all got a damn good kicker. I can definitely see that. But I don't know how in the fuck y'all gonna score
Hey, we got a
28.
saying. We got a saying over at 26 degrees. Thank God for Andy. That's our man. Thank God for Andy.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, boy. That's a big time kicker.
Yeah, Miami,
My brother,
y'all
man, I
boy.
appreciate you joining, man. It's been a pleasure, man.
No doubt.
Appreciate you joining, bro. It's been a big time pleasure, dog. Like I said, we're gonna definitely have to have you on for the recap just to see your take on the game and
No
kind of
doubt.
go from there, man. Appreciate you joining.
All right, man.
Larion
Appreciate all the fans.
26 degrees. You don't be on social media like that, but let the people know where they can follow you at.
No, I'm on Twitter, man, at Larion, at Larion. I don't talk a lot of football, but hit me up. I may talk a little back and forth with you a little bit, depending on if you got sense. I find that on social media, a lot of y'all just say dumb shit. So I'll be like, I ain't got time for all that, man. I'm not keyboarding myself.
Right,
Nah, that's not happening. But yeah, follow me on there, man.
Hey, I'm with you 100%, bro. Appreciate you, my brother, man. You take care, dog.
Peace, man. See y'all later.
Yes, sir. All right, that's my brother Larion Bean, man. Like I said, make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel. Play my theme music real quick.
We ain't leaving without a victory. We ain't leaving without a victory.
All right, man. Appreciate the donation, man. Shout out to Travis Sloan. Stop the lies, Larion. 38-13 no's. I like it, baby. 38-13 no's. One second. All right, as you guys know, I'm about to go ahead and go up on the trail. We got some recruiting news. I put out a recruiting video a couple days ago. Just talk about how insane this list is. Over 100 kids are going to be on campus this weekend for the FSU Miami game. Well, since then, that list has been updated, and some more guys have been added. But 1 second, we're going to. Y'all know how when it comes to Twitter and stuff like that, man, I got to get certain tweets off, especially when we get the damn big time commitment. And that's exactly what we did. Got a big time commitment in Jamari Howard, 4-star cornerback down from Miami, Florida. Like Larion kind of stated, and I wanted to should have got into it on the show a little bit with him. Furthermore, we'll go ahead and jump into it right now. On the Trail is brought to you by Jewel Paul, a realtor Jewel Paul. Jewel Paul is stationed in Southwest Florida, but he services the entire state of Florida. Whether you're trying to buy your home or sell your home, Jewel is your man. Again, whether you're trying to buy your home or sell your home, Jewel Paul will definitely take care of you. He's willing to donate 20% of the closing costs back to you. Again, 20% of the closing costs will go back to you if you're trying to buy or sell your home with Jewel. Like I said, he's a Noles fan, so FSU fans like to take care of each other. So again, if you tap in with Jude, whether you're buying or selling, he will donate a percentage of the proceeds back to you as well. So money will be back in your pocket if you do business with Jude. So again, money back in your pocket with Jude. Knowles taking care of Knowles. Tap in with him if you're trying to buy a home or sell your home in the great state of Florida. You can contact him at www.homesforknowles.com. Again, homesforknowles.com. Tap in with my guy Jude. Let's take care of each other. All right, so we got some breaking news, man. If you guys haven't heard already, FSU got the commitment from Jamari Howard, 4-star cornerback out of Miami, Florida. top 100 type of guy, number 7 cornerback in the country, 6'2", 175 pounds. 175 pounds. One of my favorite cornerback prospects within this cycle. If you guys been following me for a while, you know how hyped I was and how I've been talking about Jamari and just where FSU stands with him, and you know how I feel about him as a player. Ended up beating out. He was committed to Michigan State at the time, but being from Florida, FSU was consistently recruiting him and things like that. Stayed consistent on the trail with him. Florida, Miami, and some other in-state schools were after him as well. It was supposed, Florida fans were really confident early in the spring, thinking Corey Raymond was going to snatch him and things like that. But I've been consistent from the jump saying that, Jamari Howard is FSU's to lose. And lo and behold, down the stretch, FSU closed it out. Florida was trying very hard to get him on campus over the summer. He ended up nixing a couple visits to them, and then they kind of moved on from there, just reading the room a little bit. The kid wasn't too interested. It was kind of known where he was going. Like I said, he was committed to Michigan State at Mel Tucker. 6'2", 175 pounds. Big time playmaker, long, makes a lot of plays in the passing game as far as breaking up passes and things like that. And he's also physical. Physical at the jam. He's a willing tackler too. Long wingspan. This is the type of corner you need nowadays. You factor him in with KJ Bolden, Charles Lester, Ricky Knight III, CJ Hurd, and things like that. This is the best defensive back class in the country by far, in my opinion. And also, FSU is willing to take one more too. They look to add one more defensive back to a stellar defensive back class as it is. So we got to give a big time shout out to Patrick Surtain. Big time shout out to Patrick Surtain. He's doing a hell of a job developing. As you guys see the play from our defensive backs, they've been stellar this year. Renardo Green, he's a semifinalist for the Jim Thorpe Award winner, having given up a lot of touchdowns through the air and things like that. And also just from a recruiting standpoint, you see the commits we have on deck, 2 5-stars, some highly rated 4-stars and things like that. Have Zay Mincy from the defensive back from Mainland, Florida. He's going to be on campus this weekend. You have Wardell Mack, defensive back that's committed to Florida. He's going to be on campus this weekend as well. And you have Kai Bates, defensive back from Orlando, that's committed to LSU. So 3, P5 type of, big time type of recruits and flip candidates as well. They're going to be on campus too. So like I said, shouts out to Patrick Surtain. He's done a hell of a job within his first year at FSU from a recruiting standpoint and a development standpoint. Home run hire for sure. So like I said, I put out a recruiting video. And also if you haven't, after this live is over, you guys go and check out my video on Jamari Howard. Drop that as well. So go ahead and check out my video from Jamari Howard. Drop that as well. Recruiting video on him and his commitment. But like I stated on the previous recruiting video that I dropped, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday this week, it's been some updates to that list. I said we had over 100 kids that's going to be on campus. We got a few more, and I told you guys how big the 2025 class is, right? Big time point of emphasis for FSU to get these kids on campus and kind of leverage this momentum going into the spring and going into the summer of their senior year. So just to kind of add to that list, we have 5-star defensive tackle Justice Terry, 5-star defensive tackle Justin Terry from Manchester, Georgia. He is committed to Georgia for the 2025 class. He will be on campus as well. So this is another 5-star. I know Kirby Smart and Georgia is kind of getting tired of us, man, with these recruiting battles we've been doing with the South Florida flipping, Landon Thomas, the tight end, KJ Bolden, getting him and things like that. So Mike continues that trend with getting him on campus. And also Dallas Wilson, 4-star receiver out of Tampa, Florida, number 23 overall in 247 Sports, 2025 class, committed to Oregon. He's going to be on campus as well. I like this kid, big time dynamic receiver, committed to Oregon a while ago. But I think FSU, if they push and continue doing things and make him a high priority, it could get pretty interesting. 4-star running back 2025, DeAndre Desenor from Fort Lauderdale, American Heritage. He's going to be on campus as well, number 58 overall within the 247 rankings. And you guys know LJ McCray has been a big topic of conversation for FSU fans in Florida within recent months. He recently committed to Florida a couple of weeks ago. It's interesting because he's going to be on campus. It's reported that he's going to be on campus as well for this Miami game, along with Zay Mincy, the 2 mainland Daytona Beach, Florida teammates. So I don't know, to be fresh off that commitment to the University of Florida and taking a visit to Florida State, a team that, a team that was heavily in the mix. It's pretty interesting. We'll see how things play. I know it's going to be a big time atmosphere in Doak Campbell Stadium for this game. So hell, FSU puts on the show another electric atmosphere for LJ McCray, and then Florida continues to struggle. They're on the road this week against the LSU Tigers. They play Missouri next week and then close the season out with Florida sitting at 5 wins right now. If the season projection and trajectory continues to go for Florida and it continues to go in one path for Florida State, you never know. We'll see how this thing plays out once December signing date comes close. But at this point in time, I will say LJ's commitment to the Florida Gators is safe. But we'll see following this visit and do a follow-up in hell. Things could change, man. These visits and these games, they could change a lot. And just seeing how the season, continues for Florida and continues for Florida State, you never know. We'll see how things play out. That's pretty much all I got for On the Trail. It's going to be a star-studded event for FSU with the Fowlers already getting started with the commitment of Jamari Howard. We'll see what else plays out. You guys let me know in the comments who you think the next commitment will be. Let me know in the comments who you think the next commitment will be. And also in the comments, give me your prediction for the 2024 recruiting cycle and where FSU will finish. And right now, I think they're currently 4th in the country with a couple more guys on deck, a couple more targets on deck, and a couple flip candidates that could end up going in FSU's favor. So we'll see how things play out. I want to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comments who was the next commit you guys think FSU reels in, and also where do we finish within this 2024 recruiting class. We're going to go ahead and close things out with this show. It's been a pleasure. FSU plays the Miami Hurricanes tomorrow in Doak Campbell Stadium. Make sure you guys, if you haven't already, if you're going to be on campus for the FSU game, tap in and grab a tailgate ticket. The link is in the description. Tap in and grab a tailgate ticket. It's going to be a hell of a time. This is the biggest tailgate on the home slate due to playing the rivalry Miami Hurricanes. There's going to be a lot of people in town. So again, make sure you grab your tailgate ticket and come hang out. Me, James Coleman, and Chris from Sporettas will be throwing a good one. And hell, from a former player standpoint, you never know who could pull up. Peter Ward, he's a steady at our tailgates. Pretty much comes to all of them. He was in Orlando. He was at the spring game. Peter Ward stopped by all the time. And Snoop Minutes. I'm pretty sure Snoop is going to be in town for this Miami game. So it won't surprise me at all if Snoop stops by the tailgate and hang out as well for a little bit. Again, grab your tailgate ticket. All you can eat drinks, all you can eat food. Make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel. Go Noles.